Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Terror Zone, where we guide into the darkness of Pinocchio's story, where it almost completely gets darker. Now let's continue. Last time we left off with Pinocchio being eaten by the dogfish, right? The one that looks like Monstro, of course. So let's move on straight from that. I'll start. Pinocchio explored the inside of the dogfish and then comes across Geppetto. He said to Pinocchio that he has been in here for 2 years. Hunger. Unlike the fire in the movie to make their escape of Monstro to make him sneeze, they rode on the back of a tuna and crawled out only to just flash to the shore to look for shelter. And the fox and cat came across them. There was no hair on the fox's body, and no tail either. Imagine if I didn't have any of that stuff. Then I would be very disturbing to look at right now, wouldn't I? You probably would be. So anyway, the hair of the cats was gone too. They begged for Pinocchio for help, but he felt like they deserved it, and he was along on his way. Pinocchio and Geppetto came across a cottage where Jiminy Cricket happens to live. Hey, that's where I live, my house, and everything. Yeah. Anyway, I was a little mad for seeing Pinocchio at first because he killed me the last time I saw him. So, I was a ghost and everything. But I welcomed him into his home anyway, seeing how poor and sad they were. I'm kind of like a nice cricket once you get to know me. Well, while Pinocchio was living with Jiminy Cricket, he decided to kind of act a little nicer. And he decided to make off money by making baskets and maybe sharing little charities with people. And he also got more A's in school. All the top of his class once again. Until he came across a snail, and he tells Pinocchio that the Blue Fairy died. So Pinocchio wanted to buy a suit for himself, but when he heard that the Blue Fairy died, he was pretty sad. He put everything out to the side and gave money to her instead. Later that night, Pinocchio had a dream about the Blue Fairy, and they kissed him on the cheek. And then he woke up and he found his 5 gold coins inside. And when he noticed he wore a new suit and everything, he was a real boy. The Blue Fairy turned him into a real boy. He was so happy. Everything. And then he looked back at the puppet he once was. There was a puppet that looked at what he once was. And he said to Geppetto right next to him, how ridiculous I was as a marionette, and how happy I am now that I am become a real boy. The end. And that's our story for Pinocchio. What'd you think? Did you think the story was good? Tell your thoughts and comments down below. And if there's any stories you'd like us to cover, let us know in the comments down below.